A mother has revealed the shape of an angel hovering by her son, which she believes could be a spirit of her father protecting him after he was terrorized as a tot by an entity known only as the Black. Natasha Rumloff, 40, caught the shape hovering by her 5-year-old son Riker while taking snaps of him and his father Devin building a campfire in the family garden last month. The image shows a gray figure hovering just yards from Riker, with what the mother of 3 says look like wings on either side of it as father and son stand in front of the open fire. When Riker was 3, he had to have his bedroom at the time sprayed with holy water as he was convinced there was an entity lurking in there he called the Black. Mrs. Rumloff believes the shape near Riker in the photo could be the spirit of her father Mike Decker protecting him, and while she is not sure she believes in angels, some of her more religious friends have claimed it is one. Mrs. Rumloff, from Washington, D.C., U.S., said, "It has an angel shape, but I am not religious, so I don't believe in angels and demons in that aspect. To me, it's a floating thing, a spirit of some kind." Some of my more religious friends say it's an angel, as does my mum. It does have the typical shape of one. I was not trying to catch anything in particular. As I took the picture, I looked to see what was there and I was quite shocked. I put down the camera and said, "You guys have something hanging around you." But you couldn't see anything with the naked eye. But when I put the camera to my eye, it appeared again in the picture. People said it was lens flare, and that's fine if that's what they see. But that's not what I see. I met a medium last year who has had a lot of contact with my dad, and she and I had long conversations about how some of the family were not accepting he was gone, and this could have kept a link. I am always looking for the signs of him being around, such as lights flickering or him appearing in my dreams. I take these signs as him letting me know he is there. Maybe it is, maybe not. I keep an open mind about it. I've never been closed-minded about it. I'm not religious, but I think ghosts and spirits do linger, though. Riker said it was a ghost, but he doesn't really understand. The unusual shape is not the first encounter that the family have had with the paranormal. Since Ms. Rumloff has worked in the U.S. Army for the last 21 years, the family have lived in numerous locations, including 2 years in Uganda between June 2013 and February 2015. It was here that Riker claimed his bedroom had an entity lurking in it that he called the Black, which Mrs. Rumloff believes could have been a negative paranormal presence. Even before that, her 16-year-old son Sebastian Riggs had an imaginary friend that she believes was something attached to him. Mrs. Rumloff, who works as a background investigator and has another son called Ty Riggs, said, "Sebastian had an imaginary friend for a long time. I thought he was just playing, but there was one that was there consistently for 2 or 3 years that he called Kenya. The friend was no trouble but was always there, and he was always talking to her. I know children have a tendency to see things that we can't, due to their innocence. I truly felt he had someone attached to him. But I never had anything negative from them, so I am not unsettled by it." When we lived in Uganda, for 2 years, as Devin is in the U.S. military and was positioned there, Riker had a horrible fear of his bedroom. He called it the Black. In his room something lingered. We sprayed it with water and told him it was okay. But then we would hear blood-curdling screaming from him. It was not like him at all. Whatever it was very scary for him. He had a lot of rough nights with the Black. We got holy water from a neighbor and brandished it, and it eventually went, but he still speaks of it. I believe kids and believe they can see things we can't. But we aren't 100% sure what it was. Maybe it was in his mind. But he is still terrified of the dark. The trio ended up not sleeping in the tent as it was colder than anticipated for October and there was dew on the tent.